So today I'm working on V70 yes, and I've just done the ball joint because it failed an MOT. And I got an advisory for the steering rack leaking or seeping, which appears to have got worse even since just having it MOT'd. And as you can see, I haven't even had the car running and it's leaking out on the floor. Probably pulled a bit on the under tray, but this bit here is probably straight from the return pipe on the rack. Now, the reason I haven't dealt with this is because I'm wanting to fit the other style of rack, which has the proper screw-in unions for each pipe. Now, I don't know how much you can see here, but we've got the racks here. Now, this pipe here is the high pressure one that's going to from the pump, and this one here is a return pipe, and there's no support at all. A few months ago I actually did replace the O-rings on the pipes with genuine ones. I didn't end up making a video out of it because it didn't even work. It didn't work in the slightest. But if I can get this advisory off the MOT, that'd be great, and if I can stop the leak, obviously even better. So I'm going to take that pipe out and see what I can do to stop it leaking the way that it has been. We stick an extension just in the right place. It's a 12mm bolt just there, holding both pipes in position with one clamp. So I can get a proper look at the connection, I'm going to remove the return pipe completely. So I pulled the power steering fluid reservoir off the expansion tank. So that pipe's disconnected at the bottom. So pull this . So now we can have a proper look at the pipe and see if there's anything that we can do to make it fit better. So I'm not going to take any chances this time. I think my plan is I'm going to fit a second O-ring. So I'm going to fit an O-ring where the pipe clamps in. So where the pipe is clamped in by the hook on the other pipe, and I'm going to fit a slightly larger O-ring in the standard position. This is assuming I can get it to fit in, and then if I can get this to fit in, on top of that I'm going to seal it with silicone, because I don't want to be doing this again until I change the rack. So the pipe has gone straight in, even with a larger O-ring, and I've got the additional O-ring behind it. So I'm just going to pull that back out, stick some silicone on it, and then clamp it again. So I've stuck some silicone sealant in between the two O-rings as well. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing this as a first attempt. I would probably just go with the two O-rings, but I'm absolutely sick to death of this. So I really want to make sure that it's not going to leak for a good amount of time, so I'm not forced to replace the rack anytime soon. So I'm going to feed that back in. So straight in, and I'll clamp the other pipe over it. Providing that's compressed the O-ring and the high pressure pipe's in hard enough, I can't see how that could possibly leak. Definitely fully in both pipes, so I'm pretty confident that couldn't leak, but I've been wrong before. This is probably a good sign though. The pipe now is solid, so it is actually clamped in properly. I'll now top up the power steering fluid and see if I've got any leaks. So I've run the engine. All you need to do to bleed the system is do full lock to full lock. No sign of anything new escaping, but I'll put an update in the description if there are any issues.